Back in the game and well at the top, a king of the ring and calling my spots. I'm raising the bar to crank it a notch. I'm full of mistakes, cause life is a botch. Lights can get brighter and brighter. I walk through that curtain, my levels get higher and higher. Studied the best, in this generation I'm next. Super Kid Party, no doubt we just hit a suplex. Hooker by crook, survive if I let you. They
Fresh out the box, stop, look and watch. Hey, have you checked the clock lately? Cause life's a botch. What's happening, man? It's your boy, Hi-Lite, real, you know what I'm saying? Hey, some of y'all know me as a man of many mantras, you know, Christian hip-hop artist, host, you know what I mean, extraordinaire, a little bit of all of that, you know, writer, producer, musician, you know, just a little bit, a few things. Soon to be maybe a wrestler one day. You never know. I'm thinking about taking some bumps, dog. You know, 2025. You never know. But
Take it from me. You don't want to do that. I kidding.
Hey, you heard it. You know, I had to take the glasses off one time because, you know, I ain't gonna be that dude that's indoors wearing sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of dope light up in here. So, you know how that go. But yeah, man. Well, welcome back. You know, life's a botch. We back in this thing. It's been a minute. I'm so glad to be back. I missed y'all. I know y'all probably missed your boy too. And guess what, man? I ain't alone. Because y'all know, man, I had to do a little soul searching, man. Shout out to all my content creators out there that's killing the game. Shout out to Lip Gloss and Ladders. Shout out to Marks with the Mics. Public Enemies Podcast. My boy Gresh Unleashed. You already know what it is. And so many, many more dope content creators out there in the wrestling space. But today, I'm joined by a special guest, somebody that I actually had the pleasure to have in person this time around. If you didn't know, now you know. We in person, baby. In studio with it. You feel me? No more virtual. We in studio now. You feel me? So, without further ado, man, I ain't gonna hold my guests up too long, man. We got to get into some good stuff. I just wanted to say hello to my peeps again and reintroduce y'all to this dope energy in the building.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? This dope aura. You feel me?
Sir.
But without further ado, this man is a man that really, honestly, bro, you really don't need much introduction. But, you know, for the people that didn't already know, you know, I guess we'll kind of bring this thing back in one time. And ladies and gentlemen, this guy, I've actually had the pleasure of knowing him for quite a couple years now. Believe it or not, time is flying, my G. Like, been 2 years since I know you, kid.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, going back, you know, I'm going to give y'all a quick little rundown, man. I actually met this guy at a local indie wrestling event known as Fight for ATL, you know what I'm saying? And what an epic event it was for the time and the aura, you know. My boy was behind the scenes of that, so he could tell you a little bit more. But we ain't here for that. We ain't here for that. No, we hear about this guy right here, you feel me? Now, that being said, I met this guy, and I was just like, yo, I got to get to know this dude. He's cool peoples. And we just been tight from day one, you know what I'm saying? On some Usos, day one-ish type vibes, you feel me? So he's a solid dude. Had him on the show before, so shout out to if you were an original listener. You might remember this from way back in the archives, but it's so dope to actually have my boy in person now. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Been a long time too, my guy.
It's been a minute.
Been a minute. But we got a story to tell. Actually, he got a story to tell. I'm just here to interview as he tells the story. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, allow me to introduce to you the man, Atlanta legend, independent Atlanta legend. You know what I'm saying? My boy, Shoot Taylor, Big Shoot if you know him, you feel me? Let's get it. Hey, what's up, Shoot?
Hey, man, I feel good, man. Can't complain. Blessed and highly favored.
Yes,
I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you for having me.
Hey, man, glad, you know, I know that's right, brother. It's so
Yes,
great
sir.
to see you, man. Like,
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, bro, Happy New Year to you. It's not too late.
Likewise,
to say that,
brother.
you feel me?
Likewise.
2024 was definitely a year for you, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
To say the least.
A lot of things went down. You know, I've been, like I said, we homies beyond the wrestling ring, so I've been able to, you know, just keep tabs on you like you've been keeping tabs with me, man. We've been seeing each other grinding, doing our things in our respective fields. And, yeah, man, you were the first guest I had to reach out to, honestly, not just because you the homie, but because of the fact that it was like I got to witness personally a lot of what you've been through and endured through.
For sure.
And
man.
I just had to open up the seats, man. It was only fitting for the very first re-debut of Life's a Botch to really have you kind of share insight of what you've been going through, man, in case you didn't really have a chance to fully share it for real. You know, it's an honor to be the first to allow him to share his story. So without further ado, man, tell the people, let's take a trip back.
Okay.
And let's go back to the last time you stepped in the ring and what turnabouts happened a little bit since that led to a hiatus that you took.
So before that, I took a small hiatus. Just because you gotta kind of have that for this business. It's a grind. Day in and day out. So, it'll take a toll on you, and I had to get right, mind, body, and soul, and I felt good. Got back in the ring. I wrestled Aaron Solo. Shout out Aaron Solo.
Yes, sir.
AEW.
Come on.
And it's just something that happens all the time in this business. It's not ballet. So I end up injuring both of my wrists, and I was out of action for a little bit, and that kind of put me on the shelf. But I think it was a blessing in disguise. It was a good thing because it allowed me to take a step back, see where I was, kind of like be creative. Get back into that creative space and come up with some things and align myself with a new vision. Now I'm back and I'm hitting the ball rolling, man. I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see you, man. You actually were doing the podcast thing yourself too. I peeped and I was like, I see my boy shoot.
Had to keep myself busy, man.
Come on, you did your thing. It was a lot of controversial conversations on that thing. Hey, man, if you don't already know, make sure you check that podcast out for real.
Oh, it's not there no more. I refuse to get canceled. Nah, it's gone.
You heard him, man. Well, you never know. It might make a return in the future someday.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? When the time is right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I stick to being a guest.
Come on. Well, hey, shout out, big salute because, as my boy see, just like I'm going to see when I probably step in the ring, it ain't for everybody. You feel me? It's
That's
just,
right.
We all got our perspective lanes. We stick to them, but it was cool to say we did it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You got that on your moniker. But,
Yes, sir.
So, okay, you went on your hiatus, and you experienced some injuries. During that time of, because in any sport, for any athlete, when you're on the shelf, while in the midst of your grind, I know usually it's such a go mode for you guys, right?
Yep.
Like you're just like, man, I can't sit still. I got to do something because you're used to just like hitting the gym,
Right.
Working on your craft, trying to get better and better and better, and especially in the wrestling industry where it's like, you just never know who's watching you online. You never know what scouts are trying to,
That's right.
Invite you to come try out for the promotion and just different things like that. So guide us through where you were mentally in that moment when you were going through that.
Yeah, man, and I'm sure people hear it from any wrestler who gets injured. I mean, like, the first thing we want to do is get back in the ring, and that's the only thing that we're focused on is getting back in the ring. And that's what my focus was.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else, the doctor told me, can't work out, can't wrestle, can't do all that for a long time. And I told him, I'm like, man, this is my livelihood. I got to do that. And so he gave me, originally he had it for longer, but he said, okay, if you could just give me this, it was a shorter amount of time, then you should be good. I didn't listen to that. I went right back into the gym, injured myself even more, took more time off, and I finally allowed it to properly heal, man. And now I'm back, bro. Now I'm back.
First and foremost, welcome back. If no one formally got to tell you that. The wrestling world missed you. You feel me?
Thank you.
Listen, first and foremost, if you guys have not seen any of this guy's matches, first of all, what are you doing? Like, dog. Like, especially if you're a local here in Atlanta. My guy can put on some bangers, my G. Like, I mean, I'll never forget when I first saw you in ring. It was literally you and man, I'm going so blank on my guy's name, forgive me, but my boy from Miami,
Casey
Navarro.
Yes,
Casey,
sir.
I'm so sorry, brother. I blanked out for a minute. Just it happens. We humans, so it does happen. Please don't come at me later, bro, because I know how you do. But he's a great dude, for real. You and Casey just tore the house down. I felt like honestly, it was a toss up between y'all and the ladies for me because man, like Robin Renegade and them, man, they tore the house down. But you guys, I felt were super entertaining because of how y'all came through with the promo. Casey just always got to talk in some kind of way.
Yeah.
I mean, he don't just wrestle with the Flash. He don't talk with the Flash. But you came through repping the A, and before I knew it, y'all, you had the Hawks jersey, he had the Heat jersey. Y'all wrestled in the jerseys, and y'all just like lit it up. You feel me? And I said, hey, this brother right here, man, both of these brothers, I got to get to know these brothers because they are like next up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so from there, bro, just seeing your elevation from that point on, and then of course finding out your background of like, you know, being a part of AEW at the time, you know, and just the things that you were doing, I was like, yo, shoot, I'm gonna do something special for him. So shameless plug, if you didn't know, many of you, some of you do know, but I had the pleasure and the honor of creating a theme song for my boy Shoot. And you know the crazy thing about it, he ain't even asked me. He was just, I just was like, I felt led to really do something for my brother. I was like,
and it was so fire, I couldn't turn it down, and I still use it to this day. But you know what the thing about that though?
Yeah.
It's tough because it's so catchy.
Yeah.
And the people just want to chant Shoot when they hear it. So when I'm working heel, it's hard to be a heel when you come out with that theme song. So I got to figure something out. Maybe I need a heel one too for when I do.
You know what? I was thinking. I'm glad you said that, brother. I was thinking about a hook, and I'm gonna have to share this off camera. Unfortunately, y'all can't hear this conversation. We're gonna save that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you said that because I had a thought for that in the future, and I said, you know what, my boy might want to go heel one day, and we need something that's still catchy like that, smooth, right? So stay tuned. But in the meantime, shout out to the kids. You know, shout out to, I've seen some clips that you shared, and I was just blown away by like how people were like. I mean, shout out to my boy Jamel. He's one of the best indie fans out there that you will ever catch. He's at like every show in Atlanta, and I mean, he's probably going to Monday Night Raw tonight, y'all, because Monday Night Raw is here tonight? In Atlanta. Oh, yeah, that's tonight. So knowing him, he's probably going to be in the building for that, and he's probably going to be in the building for NXT tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So, Jamel, if you see this and you hear this, brother, shout out to you, man. But I figured, you know, he hit me up one time in DM. He said, bro, do you know that you got one of the hottest theme songs on the Independence right now? I said, huh? What you mean? And he sent me clips. I saw your clips, and I was just like, I saw the fans just go wild, and I said, wow.
It took a life of its own, bro. Like, it just organically happened, too. It's not like something that I got to go out there, and this is no knock on anybody, but a lot of indie wrestlers got to try to get people to do their chant.
For sure.
It's not something that I got to do. Because, you know, as soon as they hear the music, it's just so contagious. It comes through the speakers, and they just wanna be involved, and that's what it's all about anyway. Getting the fans involved in what we do.
Absolutely, man. And I guess you can say that's a hidden talent for your boy. You know, shout out to all my wrestlers out there. If you need a theme song, holla at your boy. Shout out to my boy Deion Summers.
I was gonna say that you did some more, right?
Yeah. He been sharing stories with your boy about how like the crowd his brand has just gone like stupid crazy since doing that theme song for him. And like I could hear the joy in his voice from when we last talked, and he just was like, bro, thank you, because you like he's like, man, my career is just taking off since this song was made. Like kids are buying his merch, people are buying his, and I'm just like, it's crazy what a song can do. And that's why I really just want to say to my independent wrestlers out there, man, I'm serious about working with y'all. As an independent artist, I understand the grind you guys go through. Like, it's not easy when you're competing with so many people. And mentally, like, feel free to share the importance of mentally how that feels too. Like, this is a open, safe space to explore mental health. And that's, as men, as black men, that's definitely important. So,
absolutely.
Tell the people, like, for you, not even just from the injury, but just in general, like, what is it in the mental health of a wrestler, like when you're just on that come up like that and you're just trying to grind and get there?
Man, you know what? It's something that you kind of got to fall in love with, honestly. And that's the good and the bad, because there's a lot of bad, you know.
For sure.
And you know, like you said, it's an oversaturated, overpopulated industry, and you got to stand out. And so, you know, always thinking about how to reinvent something. You know, this business has been around for years, many years. I don't even want to say the number because somebody gonna get me in the comments.
Come on,
no, you know, but a long time. So pretty much everything has already been done, and still trying to think of new ways to reinvent the wheel and kind of, you know, just stay relevant in this space. Keeping your body right. It takes a toll, you know, it really does, and to me, I think is finding peace in the process. I think that's the biggest thing, because we oftentimes get so caught up in the end goal and where we want to be and all of these goals that we have. I think is finding peace in the process and knowing, like, I love this. I love getting up every day. Yeah. This is my purpose. This is my passion.
Come on,
I love working out. I love,
Yes, sir.
training. I love being creative, creating new things, collaborating with people like you, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
And just, continuing to push forward. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to the mental aspect of the game, is just falling in love with the process. Because if you don't, if you're stuck on the end goal, man, it can be very depressing. And I've seen that with a lot of, like, vets in this game who been doing it for a long time, journeymen, if you will, and they haven't necessarily got that big break, or they haven't been where they want to be in their career, and you can just see the bitterness in them. You can see how they move around. It doesn't seem enjoyable anymore. And the moment you're not enjoying this,
come on, bro.
It's time to hang it up, bro. It's time to, because it should be fun.
No, absolutely.
It should be fun.
You gotta have fun. And I mean, again, speaking as an artist, like, this is what I love about doing this, honestly, when it comes to this show, because, like, I give you guys the hip hop artist perspective, and my guest gives you the wrestling perspective. That was the basis of this show in general, was to just, like,
I know hip hop too now, bro.
Hey, you do.
Come on.
We gonna get to that. He do, and my brother do know his hip hop. That's what you know what I'm saying. He wouldn't listen. Come on now. But, like, we gonna get to that in a second.
I'm a rap historian.
Come on, man. Hey, listen. A lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? But look, it's just, again, that aspect that you said was so beautiful, because of the fact that, again, I can speak as an artist. Like, man, you gotta love what you do, because if you don't love what you do, it's like you said, hang it up. I mean, people see my passion on the stage all the time. Like, I'm up there, I'm performing, I'm rapping, and whatever I decide to do in my sets, like, I'm always getting that compliment from someone saying, brother, I keep going. Like, I see the passion, I see the energy, and, like, and they're feeling my performances. So as a wrestler, I know you can understand the same vibe when music hit, you come through the curtain, adrenaline rush, you get out there, you tear the house down with your opponent, and then the crowd is just, like, giving you standing ovation, man, and you're just like, yo. I know you go to the back and you're just like, yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
you know? So with you, my guy, before we get to some hip hop talk for a second, I gotta ask this, man. I gotta ask this because you made some noise this year. Yeah. And technically, we can say late last year, but going into this year, it left a lot of rumblings. Sir, talk about this epic promo shoot, this vignette, if you will, because that's the correct term. It's a vignette. You know, my boy did a vignette, and I'm talking about that thing was so smooth. If you haven't seen it, make sure you head to my boy's Big Shoot's page, YouTube, Instagram, it's everywhere. They talking about this thing, man. You had a legend do a cameo appearance.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, what legend you might say if you don't know. I'm talking about Mr. You're going 1-on-1 with The Undertaker. And, you know, hey, it's going to be a tag team match, player. Yeah. You had the legendary Teddy Long
Hall of Famer
pop up, and just like, bro, that was so epic, dude. Like, I felt that. You know what I'm saying? When I saw that promo, I was like, I'm proud of my boy, man. That you can't get, like, I'm sorry. That was some WWE level stuff right there. Like, people don't understand that. Like, for real, that was some WWE like level production. Talk about your vision behind that. What inspired it? What set it up? Like, where'd that come from?
Man, you know, something like this, doing something like that is long overdue, man. I feel like, because I've known Teddy for so long. Yeah. That's somebody who, you know, originally, you know, helped me a lot in the beginning of my career, gave me a lot of advice, and he an OG, you know what I'm saying? I've always had that connection, and I never really was that guy to kind of use my connections or whatever. Nice. But, you know, after taking this time off, like I said, man, I just got into that creative space where I just wanted to make some noise. I didn't want to just come back, you know, and be the same old shoot. I wanted to really stir something up.
Yeah.
And man, I pulled inspiration from everywhere, man. I pulled inspiration. I don't know if you guys watch the series Power, but I pulled inspiration from a lot of things outside of wrestling. And that's what I was going for. More of a business kind of vibe here, high profile, high. You know what I'm saying? If you watch shows like that, you see how people of color are presented, and they're presented on a pedestal. You know, you don't really see a lot of that in entertainment. It's kind of changing, but you know, I just didn't want to be just the wrestler, and I didn't want to just be the happy, smiley guy. You know, and that's how we're portrayed a lot in wrestling. It's either that or the angry black man. I didn't want to be that either. So, you know, I wanted, and I'm glad you said that was a WWE level production, man, because that's exactly what I was going for. I wanted to stand out from anything else you see on the indies, man. So, I mean, a lot went into it. I wrote a whole script for it. I wrote it out.
Come on, bro.
We rented out the space, you know, had a whole production crew working on it. Like, we really put that thing together. I released the behind the scenes of it too on my Instagram as well.
That was dope.
But shout out to Teddy for even, you know, it didn't have to like beg him or nothing. It was just like, hey, I got this idea. How do you feel about this? He was, I'm there. Without question, he was there. He did it. And with that, I don't want to speak too soon, but with that, people want to see more. And we left that promo, the way it ended, the way that vignette ended, we left the door open to where, you know, it's kind of a cliffhanger to where they're, and that's the beautiful thing about what we do, man. We tell stories. And so that chapter is not over. You know, there's more that's going to come from that story. Because you watch it and you have a lot of questions at the end of it, like what's the relationship between Shoot and Teddy? What was that exchange for? Yeah, and all those questions will be answered. You know, there will be more. I'm just gonna say this, you know. Shout out to the wise man, but I think there's only one GOAT as far as a manager in this business. And I mean, look at his track record. He's managed The Undertaker. He's managed Ron Simmons. He's managed
Mark Henry.
He's managed SmackDown. that should just end the debate right there. You know, a guy that goes from a referee to a manager of talent to a manager of a show. You know, it's hard not to call him the greatest of all time. And he's a Hall of Famer as well. And we got more coming, so stay tuned.
You know what I love about what you just said, sir? You gave the audience something to think about. Ponder on that for a second, people. Like, seriously, when you talk about greatest managers of all time, it's really similar to the Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady debate right now that's slowly going on. We just saw this man is on potential for a possible three-peat, and everybody's like, hey, you know, so now you got me wondering the more you bring that up, dog, because they're like, you know,
The Pat and Tom Brady thing, I got my opinions about that one. Because don't get me wrong, Pat is phenomenal. Like, yeah. He's definitely the greatest of our era. Only reason why I don't give him the GOAT status is because he played Tom Brady and lost.
True.
And that's the only thing. I was like, you played the GOAT past his prime and lost against him. You know, that's
Twice.
And I can say, like, I feel like LeBron is the GOAT of basketball over Michael Jordan, but I can say that because those two never played each other and Jordan never beat him, and LeBron got all these stats that surpasses Jordan other than rings. But in every other category individually, LeBron is the man. But I can't really say that about Pat because he did play Tom Brady and did not win.
See, my boy Shoot gonna make me get on my Stephen A. Smith when it comes to that LeBron.
I'll be shining sharp. I'll be shining sharp.
I'm like, oh, hold on.
Talk to me.
Wait a minute. You know, there's still a lot of accolades Jordan's still standing on top of right now that even LeBron hasn't reached yet. In terms of accomplishments, too, you know, Defensive Player of the Year multiple times, scoring champs multiple times.
LeBron definitely got robbed of that. He definitely got robbed of that. But go ahead. Go ahead.
And of course, you know, we ain't gonna touch the 6-0 final situation. We know how that goes. And actually, even earlier, we heard a little something
a
about
whole decade.
Come on.
He could go to any team and take him to the finals. He could come in here and take us to the finals.
Well, that would be kind of nice. I don't know why he didn't come to the A. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we can be on there. You know, we gonna turn it back because you know it's my boy. It's about my boy. We ain't gonna make this about go
title on the line.
We're gonna say that. Don't worry. We'll make that a IG discussion. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tune in. You know, and we get on my boy on that. But but like you said, shoot, man, you definitely set a standard for sure for a lot of independent. I know some indie wrestlers was hitting you up like, bro, really shoot? Like, why'd you go and do this, man? Now you making me step my game up, man. Like,
and that's what it's about, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely, bro. And that's why I said for you, my guy, like, I'm so excited because I've been waiting to see you get back because I know you've been missing it. And there's so much in store for you, bro. And I'm just honored to know you and actually like have a true relationship with you, my guy, where it's like, you know, this isn't like how most people have that business relationship of like, oh yeah, come on, check it out. Like, my guy has been opening ever since opening the door and setting a platform for him to just come speak his truth, speak where he's at. And guys like you and Dion and my boy Trey Shaw and just Rico Gonzalez, so many of these guys out here that's like killing it, man. Like I'll never talk about, you know, like me opening a door for y'all as a platform. Like that's not my thing to do. I like to let the wrestler remember these moments of like, yo, bro, I appreciate you for just like doing little things like making my theme song or like bringing me on your show just to like let some stuff out that probably was deep down, you know, that you know, because that's the beauty of what we do and what we create. So with that, it's a new year. You know, we are not even past the first quarter of this year, my guy. So I have to ask you, you know, what may be like a cliche question, but it's a 100% question. You know, as you mentioned, you know, you don't have to give too much away, but where's your mindset and what you're trying to accomplish? What are some goals on the checklist for this year of 2025? It could be matters of people you want to get in the ring with. It could be promotions you might want to cameo and pop up in, you know, and do some stuff with. It could be anything like that. Like, where is your goal mindset for what you want to do in 2K25?
Simple. WWID.
Oh, good one. Really good one. Okay.
That's the main goal. That's all I see right now.
Okay.
And everything that I do is directed towards getting that contract. That's it.
Hey, come on, man. Listen. My guy, let me tell you. Number one, WWE, because I know y'all be listening to people's stuff because, listen, man, I've said some things and y'all have done it. Some of my other content creating podcast friends out there that said some stuff and y'all did it. We know y'all keep the ear to the streets. So I'm going to just say this right here, right now. My boy Shoot Taylor is giving y'all top A-level production on the vignettes. Believe you me when I say the in-ring quality is there, the look is there, the style, the swagger, you name it. The charisma, the promo, it's all there. My guy's the total package, okay? He's what you need in your promotion. So believe you me, WWID, we speaking that within the next couple months.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
like,
absolutely. And it's such a good opportunity, too, because, like, them deciding to bridge that gap between the indies and the WWE, I think it's the perfect move, man, because it's a lot of talent on the indies. But none of the talent match up to Shoot Taylor. And now I'm just going, I might have to just, you know, talk my stuff real quick.
Talk your stuff. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Nobody's doing production like me. I can wrestle with anybody. You can put me in the ring with anybody. And I can have a good match.
Come on.
And, you know, I as far as like the confidence and the promos and everything that they would look for in a superstar, you know, I feel like I had to go through everything in my career up until this point. And I feel like I've reached not my final form because I don't believe that I'm in my prime yet. But man, I am on the cusp of doing my best work right now. Ooh. I'm putting out my best work for sure. And the matches you will see is my best work. The promos you will see is my best work. And you know, yeah, man, I'm putting out my best work and I'm going for that contract, and that's all I see, and that's all I'm going after.
Man, you heard it. You already know. Y'all see what it is. Y'all know the big goal. That's big goals right there. We speaking that into existence for my boy on this year because y'all don't understand, man. Like, you know, again, I say this because it's my boy, my homie. I've seen it behind the scenes. You are on your way, and I meant that from day one when we met. I still mean that. Like, people don't understand. This guy is about to be the next big thing. And honestly,
Appreciate that.
bro, right now, a missed opportunity with, dare I say, the Hurt Syndicate. The Hurt Syndicate right now is looking for the next big thing. All I'm going to say, because you were a part of this promotion now, you know, for a stint you had. All I'm going to say is, it ain't too late. All right? I know you out there, Mr. MVP. I know you be scouting. Get a load of my boy Big Shoot now. If you haven't already, you better be scoping that page. I mean, my boy got the classy look. You know what I'm saying? You got the career. Like I said, you got the wrestling ability. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe it, put him in the ring with Shelton one time. Watch. I guarantee you.
You know what's crazy about that, bro? During the pandemic, when they first became a group in WWE, and it was the Hurt Business, and that was a time where like the indies was slow for everybody, so it wasn't a lot of work going around. Yeah. And I just remember being in the gym every day, and I used that group as like motivation to keep. I for some reason, it's funny you say that. For some reason, I saw myself in that group when they were the Hurt Business, and that was what pushed me during a time where, you know, I wasn't getting a lot of matches. But, you know, those guys are great, bro. They're phenomenal.
Man, absolutely, bro. And I honestly, I see that same vision you see. Yeah. That's probably why I'm speaking that, you know, because again, I see it, and I know y'all gonna see it. You feel me? Like, there's a reason I'm pointing to the camera, because I want y'all to understand that. Listen, this boy Shoot Taylor is the next big thing. I'm telling y'all. I ain't just saying that the hype, my God, this is real talk.
They know.
But now you did mention WWE ID, so I gotta ask, you know, I gotta ask this thing for you one time before we close this thing out. But top three. Give me a top three of wrestlers that you know for a fact you either plan to wrestle this year or you would like to set up to wrestle this year.
Can I be honest with you?
For sure.
Nobody. I don't have any dream matches. I don't dream about these scrubs. Nah, I'm kidding. You know, no, real talk, man. I am at a place where I feel like I can wrestle anybody, literally anybody. Like, there's no names that come to. I know the last time we did this, you know, I had names. I was ambitious in that aspect where I just wanted to wrestle certain guys to get my name out there. Yeah. But now I'm on something so different, bro. It's not just about the wrestling for me. Come on, now. Bro. It's about telling stories. It's about, you know, what I'm gonna do with Teddy, and it's about, you know, elevating and pushing the needle forward. And you know, I always used to hear old heads talk about this, and now I'm finally getting to see it. But when you get into that space where it's not about like the moves you do, and it's not about the matches. Sure, that's a big part of what we do, but when you get into the space where it's the little things, it's the outside of what we do, it's the in between things, it's the personality, it's the stories. When you get into that mode, that's when you see people do their best work. Look at Roman. Whew. When he tapped into that, he became something different. It's a great interview that I want you guys to go watch if you haven't already. But sometimes you can tell when the switch flips in a wrestler. And I'll never forget the interview that Triple H did backstage with Jim Ross. Ooh. And he said, you talk about being a student of the game. I am the fucking game, JR. And when he said that changed everything. Like, when he said those words, the game, that was something totally different than, you know, the guy that's just wrestling in the ring. When Rocky Maivia told the crowd, "You will address me as The Rock," that changed the game. It's that type of thing that you tap into that really like sets you apart, and that's what I'm on right now. That's what I'm on. Like, it's not even about the matches or who I get to wrestle. I don't have a dream match right now. I want to wrestle everybody. Whoever they put in front of me, let's do it, and we're gonna have the best match of the night because I got that secret sauce.
Woo!
I got that secret sauce, and it's gonna rub off on whoever I'm working with.
Storytelling is definitely important, and I love that you love that, because as a person who is a character guy and a story guy, those are the two things. If you don't have one, you gotta have the other. If you ain't got character, tell one heck of a story, because the people gonna be invested no matter what. And even if you can't tell a story, if you got a character, guess what? You get with the right person that can tell a story, you're making magic. You know what I mean? So, bro, personally, I'm here to just give you your flowers now.
Appreciate it.
Because I do see the elevation. I see the maturity from the very first time. I mean, it's crazy looking back. I was just looking at that episode like, yo, we came a long way. Yeah. A lot's happened since then. And, bro, like, again, I'm just super proud of you. I'm super excited for what is about to come in store for you this year, next year, and beyond, because I know you put in the work for this. And it will not go unnoticed, and it will not go unseen, because, bro, you are literally up next.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? And so I look forward to definitely having my boy back on. Like I said, there was a reason that I had to make you the first guest on this thing as a special presentation, because of the fact that we talk about stories, right?
Yeah.
We saw Cody finish his story literally last year.
Shout out Cody, man.
Shout out to Cody.
Great teacher.
Big product. Yeah, I'm about to say you're a product of that. So, you know, with you, my guy, your story now is being written, told, and soon to be finished in its own right. But you're far from finished. No. You, on the other hand, are still writing your story, and you're revealing it page by page, chapter by chapter. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you reveal to the people next, because wait till they see what they thought they knew you, but they have no idea, right? So, man, listen, if you haven't already, make sure you follow my guy, Shoot Taylor, on all social media platforms. My guy, please, tell them where to find you, where to follow you, so that they can ride this story just like the rest of us.
Man, Shoot Taylor on everything. Shoot Taylor on Facebook. Shoot Taylor on Twitter. Shoot Taylor on YouTube. My Instagram is Big Shoot B1G Shoot, and that's where you can find me, man. Find me on your TVs very soon. Find me right here on this podcast.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the A one time. I gotta ask you this too. The Falcons, man, y'all got a quarterback?
Oh, brother. Listen. Right.
You gotta tell me, man. I need to know. You the ATL native now.
I mean, African American left hand quarterback with the name Michael doesn't usually go in our favor, but this time I got a good feeling.
Yo,
I got a good feeling. He's a rookie. He didn't do bad. I've been waiting for them to get Kirk Cousins out of there. Like he's washed. I mean, it was time. It's time. And
it's time.
Him now with a chance to have a full off season to prepare. We got weapons on both sides of the ball. We got pretty much all the pieces. We got a new coach. We got everything. So giving him time to develop as a rookie, you know, I feel like next season we're going to make some noise, and then in the future we're going to just make even more noise if he stays healthy, because he is injury prone. But I feel good about Michael Penix Jr. for sure. I do.
No doubt. I have to say I'm excited for y'all as well. Unfortunately, my Tennessee Titans, we're going to find out what we do, because we're the number one pick. So unfortunately, I'll see if we have – I hope so.
With Travis Hunter.
That's what they're telling me. Cam wants us to do that. I don't know, Quarterback is important, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, for sure. It's a quarterback-driven league.
It is, bro. And, I mean, if we don't get one of these two between Cam and Shador – my only hope is Arch Manning after that, because I don't know who else there is to get after that. I don't know. Because when you got a Manning on your side, Super Bowl is in your future. That's all I'm saying.
It's a safe bet.
So, but when you got Sanders in your last name, you can say the same thing. Hey. So I'm just saying,
Prime, baby.
We'll see what's up. But, hey, man. Oh, and I did say this real quick before I let my boy go, too. You can call this the side talk one time. But hip-hop, my guy.
Oh, man.
All right, I got to ask you this real quick, because the last time I asked you, and I did ask you literally online about the Drake beef, you know, and you did share with me how disappointed you was in J. Cole. You know, he told me that online, y'all. He didn't tell me that on the interview. Man. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta ask you, Lil Wayne, man. Yeah. Super Bowl. Yeah. New Orleans. Did they get that right? Do you think it was right to have Kendrick do this or what?
So my feelings on that changed. Originally, I was like, man, that's a bad call. You're in New Orleans. You gotta have Wayne. Like, there's no other pick.
Come on.
Wayne is a legend. He's in everybody's top 5 for sure.
For sure.
But you know, the more I think about it, Kendrick, it's just Kendrick's time right now. You know, he's hot right now. He had one of the hit records of last year, and it's still charting. It's still playing everywhere you go out, and it plays. You know, it'll turn up the environment. It was all over everything, sports, TV, everything. So he had a good year. And you know, I think it's important to like strike while the iron's hot and like get him. I feel like that's gonna cap off like this run that he's on. You know what I mean?
Love that.
However, you know,
come on. Who you waiting on, man?
Drake is built to last. So although Kendrick is good and hype right now, he gonna get his little Super Bowl shirt, then it's gonna die down, and the boy's still gonna be there.
Still gonna be there.
He's still here after how long? Over a decade. He supplied us.
Yeah, but it ain't a good look for your boy, man. He been trying to, you know. I saw the little freestyles he did.
He'll be all right.
You know, he making some cases where it's like, bro, you're not aging well with some of this stuff now.
That's okay. That's the internet, though. The internet's hype. Don't believe the internet, bro. He's still the #1 streamed artist in the world.
#1 streamed artist.
Still.
Okay, all right. We you know, look, the Drake fans.
Rapper. Let me.
Artiste.
Rap. You know. But
come on, man.
He's still #1.
Oh, well. Hey, man, you heard it from the Drake fans. Now, I got nothing for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to shout out to my boy, producer Derek, because I know you got some stuff to say as the J. Cole supremacist. You know what I'm saying? I like
Cole.
But, you know, I know you rock.
He just bowed down from a fight. Kind of wild.
Hey, you know, we might cut the show on that note, you know what I'm saying, for my boy Derek cut us off the air when we just came back. But listen, man, I do have to ask you this last thing too, man, on a music note. We talked about this, and so a little earlier. So I got to ask you this question. What makes a lyricist?
I'm glad you asked that question. I was just watching The Breakfast Club, and was it Charlamagne? Somebody said that Kodak Black was a lyricist, and I know nothing against Kodak because I like Kodak's music, but no. I think what makes a lyricist is, somebody with a large vocabulary, someone who uses syllables in rap properly, someone who's talking about something, who's telling a story, not just, you know, it's like now people are just rhyming. They'll say something and then the next line has nothing to do with the last line. It's just, you know, they're punching in to rhyme.
Yeah.
But somebody who will sit and will tell a story and you can follow it, you can understand what they're saying, they can articulate it well.
Yeah.
I think that's a lyricist. When I think lyricist, I think Eminem, I think Lil Wayne, I think J. Cole, I think Drake, even Kendrick is a lyricist. That's what I think of when I think lyricist. I think somebody who's really like, who really puts the pen to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, love it.
Like putting the pen to work, like writing, like rapping. You know what I mean?
Facts, bro. Facts. Come on, man. You know, that's it. I mean, honestly, you said that to a T, and I had to ask that because, you know, shout out to my homies, man. We had these debates, and I feel like that's going to be a question I ask any of my guests who are hip hop fans. You know what I'm saying? So that's my non-wrestling talk for my non-wrestling fans out there. You know what I'm saying? You got a dose of that. But at the end of the day, this is a wrestling-based show, and again, I just got to thank you, man, for being the very first on the re-debut of Life's a Botch, man.
Hey, man.
We took the pod out of it, you know what I'm saying? It's just straight up Life's a Botch.
It's a show. It ain't a podcast no more, man. This is a production. Look at this.
Y'all see the setup. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all like the setup, man. You know, we got our belts in the building, you know what I'm saying? We got some props in the back, just chilling and cooling. And it's gonna
get
grow.
a logo on here, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna put the logo up on top for y'all too. So don't even worry. It's coming. It's coming. But man, listen, y'all follow my boy Big Shoot, you know what I'm saying? Shoot Taylor, all platforms. Trust me. You will not be disappointed.
Yes,
and as we do this and more, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. And as always, I just want to say thank y'all so much for what y'all do and how y'all do it. Life is great. Life is valuable. And like I said, even though life's a botch, you make the best of it. You value it. And that is life always and forever. So until the next time, it's your boy Hi-Lite Real. This is my boy Shoot Taylor. You are tuned in with Life's a Botch. And we are out.
Peace.